it was a lie. So they said he owed about $5.5 million more in taxes because of it. They also said he had to pay an additional $1.1 million in penalties for making mistakes.
Paul, I think his God is the material things, money, everything like that.
Yeah.
And
do you guys ever talk outside the ring?
I'm pity with him.
Speaking bad about my company, I'm not a liar. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. I work hard to build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not going to let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my companies.
Manny Pacquiao took a jab at Floyd Mayweather, calling out his rumored $500 million scam and out-of-control spending. "I pity him," Pacquiao said. While he admitted Floyd was a great boxer, he didn't hold back on criticizing his obsession with money, flashy lifestyle, and the idea that net worth equals self-worth. Pacquiao made it clear, real legacy isn't built on cash, it's built on character.
Now, in the beginning of this conversation, you say, I don't like boastful people. How was it like fighting Mayweather then? Did he get on your nerves? Because I feel like he's a little bit more boastful than the people you might be wanting to hang out with.
It's kind of... Yeah, he's boastful. I think his God is the material things, money, everything like that.
Yeah.
And
do you guys ever talk outside the ring?
I'm pity with him because I want to share the word of God in him if he believe God.
Yeah. I've heard he's a generous man. I think he's done good things. I think sometimes, he kind of reminds me of like, a lot of people are like this, by the way, including myself. I'm not just saying him. I'm including myself. The man who goes up to Jesus and says, "What should I do to get into heaven?" He says, "Sell all your belongings." And he walked away crying because he couldn't sell his belongings.
Exactly.
I feel like that sometimes too when I'm working for my wife or I'm working for my family, but then the conviction of like, all right, you got to make sure you're doing it the honest way, the right way, the loving way, not the cheap and easy way. Sometimes people, they try to do both.
There's a discipline, a balance. Like discipline, control yourself. Like, for example, you're earning money. So what I did is like, I help the church. I give the 10% to the church, helping the church to run and establish more churches. And the 10% separate to help the poor people, building houses, giving a sustainable livelihood, like that. Just manage the financial.
Floyd Mayweather is fighting back hard. He denied all scam allegations, calling them flat-out lies. For the first time ever, he's taking legal action, hitting Business Insider with a massive $100 million defamation lawsuit. He's personally naming Insider Incorporated and reporter Daniel Geiger in the New York case. According to Floyd, the media's got it out for him, trying to tear down his reputation and destroy his legacy.
So, I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the question.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself when I'm promoting a fight. You cannot judge me for entertaining the people when I'm promoting a fight. Judge me for the person that you know. You can't judge me if you don't know me. So that's no different from people in this room may want to do a deal with me. But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, put lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company.
With Floyd Mayweather caught in scandals over bankruptcy talk and scam claims, Manny Pacquiao didn't hold back. He blasted Floyd for chasing exhibition money instead of building a real boxing legacy. Pacquiao hinted that Mayweather's ego is finally catching up with him. He made it clear, true champions stay humble. Greatness, he said, is earned in the ring, not shown off with diamonds, private jets, or non-stop self-promotion. Real legacy doesn't scream. It speaks for itself.
The fighter is, I believe his name's Conor McGregor, yeah. Have you seen him? And if you have, what do you think of that? Just him as a fighter and then that whole Mayweather wanting to fight him.
I don't want to make the story.
You can be modest.
I don't want to make the story big and the issues big. So I just want to. I want to keep my mouth shut.
Floyd Mayweather loves to flex his perfect money game, but the IRS is telling a different story. While Floyd claims he's all paid up, official documents say he still owes millions in unpaid taxes. And this isn't some minor mistake. These are serious numbers. The gap between the image he sells and the truth behind the scenes is getting hard to ignore. More and more people believe Floyd's money talk is just for show, a way to protect his brand while the financial cracks keep growing. That flashy lifestyle? It might be hiding a whole lot of chaos underneath.
Imagine getting a letter from the IRS saying you owe millions in taxes. That is how Floyd Mayweather got knocked out by the IRS in 2022. Floyd had some issues with his taxes for the year 2017. The government checked his tax return and found a problem. So they informed him about it on February 2nd, 2022. He claimed a big expense of about $14 million that he says he paid for legal expenses. The government didn't agree with this expense and said it was a lie. So they said he owed about $5.5 million more in taxes because of it. They also said he had to pay an additional $1.1 million in penalties for making mistakes on his tax return. That was how Floyd got KO'd into the hot water with the tax authorities. Comment on the word free below this video and I'll send you access to a free call where you can discuss your tax situation with the most experienced attorney and get the best possible recommendations in a few minutes. Make sure you're following so you can receive the link immediately after your comment.
Lately, Floyd Mayweather has been cashing in on exhibition fights and flashy sponsorships, but not without controversy. Some of his biggest paydays came from crypto companies chasing his global fame. But while the money was rolling in, so were the red flags. Many of these crypto projects turned out to be shady, and insiders say Floyd either didn't understand what he was promoting, or simply didn't care. Critics argue he went after fast cash without doing his homework, putting his followers at risk of falling into financial traps. Once again, it's profit over principle, and people are starting to see the pattern.
This is how you know investing in crypto is the cool thing to do right now. So Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather just had their fight. Logan went 8 rounds with the 50-0 Mayweather, but look at their shorts. So first of all, here is Logan's shorts that he wore. He had Blockfolio as a sponsor, which, you know, we all track our portfolios on Blockfolio, and he also had Superbid. Superbid is some kind of random coin that sponsored Logan, and their whole website right now is just about how they sponsored him. But let's take a look at Floyd's shorts. Floyd Mayweather was sponsored by Ethereum Max, which is just some random ass coin that paid Floyd to put them on his shorts. As you can see, it's one of those 0.00 shit coins. It's down 10% even after the promo. So I obviously don't recommend buying any of those coins. But you can see that Floyd and Logan were both sponsored by crypto companies, which is honestly pretty cool for an event this big.
Once again, it's profit over principle, and people are starting to see the pattern. As more of Floyd's financial choices come under the spotlight, fans and critics alike are beginning to question the legacy he's really leaving behind. If you want the real stories behind the headlines, the truths others avoid, make sure you don't miss out. Subscribe now and stay locked in for more no-holds-barred boxing coverage.